Oh, no, thank you.
We're going to introduce the media members by name and outlet, and they're going to ask you all some questions. So we're going to start off with Brenden Gulick from Buckeyes Now.
Hey, Wyatt, congratulations on being named a first-team All-American earlier today. Obviously, I know you guys have a lot of team goals, but I have to imagine that's one that personally you take a lot of pride in. How would you grade your play this year? Do you think you played like a first-team All-American this year?
First of all, thank you. And, yeah, I do believe, and just as far as how this year went, I definitely feel like as the games went on, my play definitely has gotten better each week. And I think just a lot of that has to do with the state of the state and, not having spring ball. At least for me, that was my biggest takeaway was how important those reps are, especially with offensive line. With those first couple games, I felt like as a unit, as a whole, we weren't really able to really get our rhythm going until, we played a couple more. And then after that, now I feel like it's heading on an uphill route, especially with this last game. I think we definitely showed all the doubters that we had in the beginning of the season with running the ball that we definitely can run. So I would say that, yeah, I do believe I deserve it. But with that being said, at the same time, there's also a lot of stuff that I think that I can do a lot better. And I'm looking to improve on that this Friday and the week after.
Next up is Spencer Holbrook from Letterman Row.
Why, you guys are pretty confident unit up front anyways, but when you have a guy go for 330 in a game and break a school record, how much confidence does that instill you guys going against probably the best front that you're about to face all year?
Oh, man, it was huge. I mean, it got, emotional for some of the guys, after the game just because, there's always talk each year. I mean, I feel like it's the same thing that we come across each year after the first couple games, we can't run the ball, offensive line can't block. And just to really have a solid game where we were put in the position where we had to run the ball in order to win. The Northwestern did a great job offensively moving the ball in that first half. And, they were doing a great job holding us and holding Justin from passing all over the place. So just really having that feeling of putting the team on our back. And, we said, hey, guys, this is why we came here. And, we have a saying, it's always on us. Whether it's offensive line or defensive line, it's always on the line and who controls that line of scrimmage. And I feel like we did a great job when the team needed us the most. And obviously Trey was electric in the backfield. And I know that he was really happy after that too, because, it's been a weird year. And, he's had a weird time just as far as was at another school. Now he came in, he's trying to figure out his role. And I think he definitely showed everyone, what his role is on this team. And he's an electric back. And, there was a couple times where it felt like, we had JK back there with how he was taking off. But he is so explosive, and he's a great running back. And I'm just happy we were able to get the job done for him.
Next will be Bill Rabinowitz from the Columbus Dispatch.
Yeah, Wyatt, do you sense any kind of difference in Justin this week, coming off what by his standards was a subpar game? Do you sense an extra motivation, determination with him?
Oh, yes, for sure. It's not even just him, but him alone, yes. He's you could just tell he has that look in his eye where he really wants to excel, and I believe that he is going to excel. He's one of the great leaders on this team, and I back him 100%. But it's not only just him; it's everybody. We had a whole winter off-season program dedicated to this game, and clearly what we've seen all week, and I'm sure all of you have seen this week, we're going into this game not respected at all. So that has a lot of motivation as well.
We'll go to Rod Walker from the New Orleans Advocate.
Hey, well, I just wanted to ask you about, obviously your granddad made his mark down here at Grambling, and just I wanted to ask you, how special it is to be playing a game in the state where he started, and just how proud would he be, and just his influence on your life.
Man, as you asked that question, it gave me chills just thinking about it. Obviously having him in my life was huge, and we were very close. He was like a second father to me, and I can only hope to achieve what he's achieved both on and off the field. And, hopefully I'm on that right path. And, I think that he would be proud of me up to this point. I mean, especially with the decision I made coming back. And, I had made some promises to him this year that I would step up in a role as the leader. Now I would just play my heart out and put it all out on the field. And, that's what I plan on doing Friday. And I know that he's going to be watching me from above as he has been this entire season. So, it's crazy because this is going to be my first time going down to New Orleans. And, I'm really excited. And, obviously I wish he could be here to see it. So.
Do you still have family down here?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of family down there. I have family down there I've never even met before, but yes, I do.
Next question will be Bill Landis with The Athletic.
Hey, well, this goes back to what you were talking about a couple of questions ago, but I think when the season began, a lot of people might have assumed that the sort of identity of this offense would be Justin throwing the ball a whole lot to Chris and Garrett, and I know that's happened, but going over 300 rushing yards the last few games, the way you all played against Northwestern, what do you feel like the identity is? Is it possible that you guys are more of a kind of physical up front, run the ball kind of team than maybe most people would anticipate coming in?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I feel like we have all the tools to be that, and I feel like we displayed that this last game and these last couple games. Going against great teams, Northwestern was a great team defensively, and I think prior to us playing them, it was very few yards that they gave up rushing. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that they were the #1 rush defense in our conference this year. And to go against a team like that that's well coached, have great players, and have big guys up in the middle, and to control the line of scrimmage, I felt like really showed what our true identity is. And I feel like we showed the world what we've known this entire time. And that's when we have the opportunity to run the ball, we can get it done. And we have the running backs to do it, and we have the offensive line to do it. And then if we go into passing, we have the quarterback and receivers to do it as well.
Next up is Ralph Russo from the Associated Press.
Hey, Wyatt, I'm wondering about this season beyond football and how hard it's been, or how maybe frustrating at times, stressful. Just like, what's life been like to get through all this? And maybe if there's anything in particular that you missed, or that was, again, created a little extra stress in your life.
Yeah, at least for me personally, this whole year has just been one thing after another. Starting off with me just going through that time period when I was away from the team, it just felt so weird, to be put in that type of position. And then coming back with the team, just all the uncertainty. And what stood out to me the most, which I find to be the hard thing, is just how one day you could practice and the next day you're out for a couple weeks because of COVID, and just how rampant and easily it spreads. And, I'm knocking on wood here, but, fortunately enough, I've been blessed to not have to encounter COVID up to this point. And, I'm going to keep that going. But it's just a day-to-day thing. I mean, and holding guys to a standard that, you can't go out and hang out with people. You can't see your family. And for me, that's been the hardest for me because, being from California, if it was a regular season, I only see they do a great job of coming out here, but I only see them a couple times throughout the year, so that was probably the toughest for me, was not being able to see my family a lot this year.
Thank you very much for your time. We're going to move on.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing, and come visit us over at BuckeyeGrove.com for all the best Ohio State information on the web.